Hi guys, welcome back. So I thought I would do a beauty video today. Let's have a break from some pregnancy content because I've been doing a lot of that lately because I am pregnant, but we're going to have a little break and we're going to do beauty today, and we're going to do a first impressions of a brand that I have wanted to try for a very long time, pretty much since it launched, and I just haven't ended up purchasing anything. I think around about the time it was launched I was going very much through a phase of I don't need to buy expensive makeup, so I was trying not to buy lots of luxury products unless like I already knew that I loved them, so I kind of put this off. But I do feel like because of everything that's going on in the world right now, it kind of gave me a kick up the bum to be like, try that bloody brand, Lisa, just give it a go. So I do have an almost full face of Fenty Beauty products here. Fenty Beauty is of course the makeup brand owned by Rihanna, so it is a black owned makeup brand, and like I said, with everything that's been going on with the Black Lives Matter movement, myself, like many others that I know and have seen, have been taking a lot of time to educate ourselves around how we can be a little bit more, or a lot more inclusive and diverse in our lives, and improve our understanding of, you know, how difficult things are for those within the black community. And one thing that I definitely wanted to do more of is support some black owned brands, and Fenty is definitely one of those. There's lots and lots of black owned beauty brands that I found, and I'm very ashamed to say that when I was looking through my makeup collection, I don't think anything I own is from a black owned beauty brand, and that's not good enough. So I thought this is the perfect excuse, the perfect time to splash some money, quite a lot of money, on some makeup products from a brand that I've wanted to try for a while anyway. It's meant to be absolutely amazing, and there are lots of products in here that I'm very excited to try. I also thought it's probably my last chance to buy myself luxury makeup before this little one comes, so why not splash out? So that's what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be doing some first impressions on these bits. Like I said, I've got almost a full face, there's just a couple of bits missing, but otherwise that is what we are going to do. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's put some makeup on this poor tired pregnant face. So the first product I picked up, and is something that came out I think initially when she launched it, and is something that I've wanted to try for a long time, and it is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I saw that there was about 3 different primers that they do now. There's a mattifying one and also a hydrating one, and this one, it just calls to me because the properties sound like everything I want a primer to do. So it says it smooths, it smooth pore diffusing finish, extended makeup wear. It basically sounds exactly like what my Clarins SOS primer does, that I absolutely love, so I don't see any reason why I wouldn't like this. The packaging is so pretty, so luxe. Like, this is like the OG kind of Fenty packaging that you get, which you can see like the box here, whereas a lot of the other pieces that I've picked up, they now look kind of like this with their packaging, so I think they've had a little bit of like a update to the branding, but I personally really like this. So yeah, we're going to be trying this primer out, which I'm very excited about. The primer itself is £24, so I think it's a very similar price to my Clarins one. So the only thing I've done is my normal morning skincare, moisturised, and that's all like settled in, so we're going to go and put this on. So nice little pump. It does feel so luxe. I'm just going to pop a couple of little pumps on the back of my hands. So it's just a very kind of pale pinky liquid. And then what I tend to do with my primer is use like a stippling brush. So this is the Spectrum A02, and I'm just going to do one side of my face first so I can see like what it does. Okay, so I put it on this side of my face with a brush. I'm not seeing like a massive amount of difference from like this side to this side, whereas with my Clarins SOS primer, as soon as I put that on, I can see a difference. I'm just going to use, I think, my fingers for the other half. Not too much difference. I think I prefer blending with my hands and my fingers. I feel like that just blended a lot better, and I feel like I can see a little bit more of a difference, but I can't actually see if it's like blended or diffused anything yet. I think it would be interesting to use this with another base that I wear, that I know how it acts with like different primers. That's what I tend to usually do, but obviously I'm doing like a full face, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's it's settling in nicely. It's quite like, it's a lot more kind of shiny or dewy than I was expecting it to be. Not necessarily a bad thing, but okay. We'll just kind of see. I think this is going to need to have a little bit more of a play with like different bases to see how it goes with different ones, but I don't know. I can't really say much. I find it really hard to give like a good first impressions on a primer because I feel like you can't. So I also picked up one of their foundations. So they have a couple of different foundations. The one that they have that they launched with is like the Pro Filter Soft Matte, I think it's called. I actually ended up picking up the Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation, which is a newer launch. I don't know how new, but I believe it's newer. And this says it's hydrating, medium to full coverage for all skin tones, longwear, light as air. I'm kind of going off matte-ish products simply because my skin is so combination right now. Like my nose can get really dry, under my eyebrows bizarrely gets very dry, but then I have like oilier spots. Pregnancy is fun for skincare, so I thought I would pick up the hydrating one because I just found like it appealed to me a lot more. I got it in the shade 170. It's in like this little squeezy tube. Massage well if needed, pump and squeeze, tube simultaneously to release air. But yeah, I got it in the shade 170. I got all this stuff from Harvey Nichols' website, and they did have with the foundation pieces, you could put in like foundation shades that you have in like other foundations so they can try and match you, which is really helpful. But they also have like everything swatched. So I kind of used a combination of both to colour match. I did swatch this on the back of my hand earlier and it seemed to be a pretty good match, which for me is quite bizarre. I'm really bad at colour matching online, so I'm hopeful. But yeah, we're going to try this. I'm going to apply it with a sponge because that's what I do. Okay, so I've done this side of my face. The colour is pretty good actually. Pretty spot on. I'm definitely getting redness, so if you ignore like redness, I think this is probably the best I've ever colour matched myself. I'm proud of myself right now. I managed to colour match myself online with Bakerie. It does have medium-ish coverage when you first like apply it, so you definitely get that coverage, which is really good. It's very kind of dewy looking, which I personally really like. So far I like it. It's blending really nicely, so let's do the other side. Okay, we are liking this foundation on first impressions. I would say I had to use about 3 or 4 little like squidges of this. It's very light and therefore it's very liquidy, so I feel like if you want to kind of build up your coverage you might have to use a fair amount, but I think I had like 3 or 4 squidges and that's kind of done my face. And I am very kind of spotty and red right now from, you know, pregnancy, so I prefer a little bit more coverage. But this is the first kind of proper foundation product I've used for a little while, and it does feel very lightweight. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a foundation. It feels like I'm wearing like my Cosmetic CC cream, and it blends as nicely as that. It does give really good coverage. It gives like a really nice kind of dewy finish to the skin, which I like. And like I said, that colour match is pretty much almost spot on for me. I'm very proud. So yeah, first impressions, I like that. Blended really nicely, feels really light on the skin, isn't bugging me at all, it doesn't feel thick and heavy. It just feels very nice, to be honest, so we like that. We like that a lot. The foundation itself was £27, not the most expensive foundation I've ever used, but not the cheapest. Right, I'm just going to pop some concealer on. I didn't get concealer, so I'm just going to go in with my little trusty collection one. Okay, so usually I would do powder next, however, I picked up a couple of their new cream products. The first of which is, of course, one of the bronzers. So I got the Freestyle Cream Bronzer in the shade 02, which is Butter Biscuit. And like, the packaging looks so cool. And I did swatch this earlier and I'm really quite enjoying the colour of it. I think it's going to make a very nice cream bronzer. It's got a little bit of a cool tone to it, which lately I've been going, or what I've been buying has ended up being more warm toned, and I don't like it as much, so I'm kind of enjoying or looking forward to going back to this kind of cooler tone. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to use a stippling brush again. This has got a mirror edge. Oh. Okay, I'm really liking how that foundation is setting. Like, the longer that's sitting on my skin, the nicer that looks. Anyway, bronze. Possible to kind of go over the top of this so we will see. I'm also really hoping this doesn't mess with the foundation, which is generally why I avoid cream products. I just don't trust them, but with the weather that we've been having lately, cream products just seem like they're going to be so much more comfortable. I really, really like this colour. This is definitely a LIha bronze. It's definitely more me bronzy shade than what I've been using lately. And that's blending really, really nicely. Okay, I really, really like this. I really, really like this. That applied really, really nicely. It's not over the top at all, like it said, and that is building. If I want to build it in places, it is building. It's got a really lovely tone to it. I love the like the undertone of that is just perfect for me. I'm really, really, really liking this. I don't care that it was like £28, the most expensive bronzer I think I've ever bought in my entire life. I don't care. That's really, really nice, and that was really easy and quick to apply and just looks really, really natural. It doesn't look like it's moved any of the foundation around or like corrupted that. I really like that. Oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous so far because I'm liking everything. Okay, so the next cream product is I've also picked up one of their new blushes. Can I just point out the size difference in the blush compared to the bronzer? It's like a little mini, like a little baby one. There is also a price difference. This is £19 and the bronzer is £28, so it's like almost a £10 difference, but I don't quite understand why the blush needs to be so much smaller than the bronzer. I don't know. Anyway, I bought this in the shade Petal Poppin', so 02 again. It just looks like a very pretty pinky blush. I've definitely been going more for like peachier tones, but I went for something a little bit different. But I do still think this has like a nice kind of yellowy peachy undertone to the pink, and when it was like swatched online, that was kind of what I saw and like the vibe I was going for. But yeah, it looks quite bright in the pan, which does scare me. This is what scares me about cream blushes. They look very bright, but I am assured by the website that it is sheer and again impossible to overdo, so we will be holding that accountable. Okay, that needs blending out. Okay, so that does have pigment, but it's blending out very easily, so that's good. I also don't know why I put that straight on the apple of my cheek. I never apply blush like that. I usually apply from the back and go to the front so that you just get like the wash of colour there, but that's what we've done, so I need to do it for the other side. But that is a very pretty colour. It's definitely got more of like a peachy tone to the pink than it looks in the pan, which is exactly what I wanted. But that is pretty, and that's blending out really nicely, so it's not like as in your face as it was before. So that, I'm going to look in a bigger mirror because that mirror is tiny. Okay, yeah, we like that. We like that a lot actually. That's very natural. It blended really nicely. Really like the colour. Goes beautifully with that bronze. I may be converting to cream products. Oh no. Okay, it's time to set the cream products. So I meant to pick up the full size version. This is where Baby Brain came in and I ended up picking up the mini. However, the mini is still a pretty good size, and actually I think it could be good to get me trying it, and then if I like it I can get the bigger version. But I picked up the Pro Filter. I feel like everything is, all the base products are Pro Filter. Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder, and I got this in the shade Butter. I've heard so many good things about their powders. They look so expensive and luxe. And this is just, like I said, this is just the mini. I feel like there's still quite a lot in here, and I think it was still quite pricey. £17 for the mini. Like I said, complete accident. It comes with a little puff, which I'm going to use to do under the eyes. And then what I really, really like is it has, I don't know how well you can see this, but it has like the little holes for the product to come out, and it has it in FB, which I think is really, really cute. Okay, that blurred. That blurred very well. Okay. Okay, I feel like that's kind of lost me some of like the glow that like all the cream products had given me. I've still got like a bit, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have to play with that a little bit more. But I do feel like I've lost some of like the natural dewiness to my skin there. So it might just be that I use this to like set the under eyes and then just not set anything else, because I haven't been lately. I don't know. It is very, very flawless. Very, very flawless. Very, very blurring. But I would have liked some of that dewiness to still pop through. I'm just going to add some highlight. I didn't get a Fenty highlight because I just got overwhelmed by what they had to offer. So, done. Okay, so we're now going to use this little product I've been holding throughout the entire thing. So, this is one of their, what's it called? Snap Shadows Mix and Match eyeshadow palettes. So it's one of their little mini eyeshadow palettes, which I was kind of drawn to. I don't really have anything mini and compact that's like great to take traveling or anything like that, so I was intrigued by these. I mean, they're pretty pricey for the size that they are. They are tiny. This is £21 and you get 6 shades. They are beautiful shades. So they are very, 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 very pretty. You have 3 mattes and then you have 3 metallics that go with it. And I do think this is going to be super, super handy for just like every day, or like if you go away somewhere you can just take this little mini thing with you and it's going to be super handy. I got it in the shade 5 Peach. I was very tempted by the True Neutrals one, which is obviously a neutral palette, but a lot of the colours they had in there I was like, I kind of have in my naked palettes, so I just kind of went for the peach one, and I'm going to apply that. I'm just going to like do a very kind of simply, potentially simple look, and then yeah, we will see what it's like. Okay, I wasn't actually planning on going like this brighter look with this, but these are a lot more pigmented and a lot more kind of brighter coloured than I thought they were going to be. Which is not a bad thing at all, like especially these are the 2 that I used through the crease. So I started with this one and I thought, oh, it'll be like a nice kind of, you know, normal transition brownie shade. It was very kind of orangey, brighter toned underneath, which again, not a bad thing. And then I just used this shade, which is Shoot Your Shot, to kind of darken that up, and that was kind of a lot more kind of peachy ready, but it's really, really pretty. And then I just used this metallic Bellini Baby, which is stunning, by the way. It's kind of gold and then in some lights it goes kind of peachy, which I really like. I think it's very unusual and really pretty, but they all blended so nicely. They were really, really pigmented, but they blended out really nicely. They built on top of each other really nicely. The metallic like really didn't have to do much at all to get it to be like that in your face, and I actually really, really like this look. They weren't what I was expecting, but they're good. That's good. It's an expensive mini palette, but it's a good mini palette. So we're nearly there. We've only got a couple products left. So the next product I picked up was the Full Frontal Volume Lift and Curl Mascara. I mean, it says it does all 3, so I'm going to be on board with this. This mascara is £21. I don't really like any of the mascaras I have right now and use right now, so as long as it's better than any of those, it's going to be a winner for me. I think this is the only mascara that they do, and they only did it in black, or that's what they did on the Harvey Nichols website anyway, so yeah. It's got this really kind of weird brush, so one side, I don't know how we're going to see this, but it's kind of flat on one side and then on either side and then rounded on the top bits. I don't know, but we're going to see kind of like what it does. Okay, one coat. I'm not blown away. I'm just seeing if there's any kind of like way it tells you to use it specifically, but it doesn't. But it is not giving me all out volume and it's not giving me eye-opening lift or curl right now, so I don't know, I'll do another couple of coats. Yeah, I think I'm going to give up a bit on the mascara. It seems to be making my lashes go flat rather than curling. I don't know if that's because like maybe the formula's heavy or what, I don't know, but it is not giving me volume, it's not giving me curl. It's definitely not giving me curl. It's gone all over my eyelid. Yeah, kind of want my money back on that one. Maybe it's one of those formulas that needs to dry out a little bit first. I'm just having really bad luck with mascaras these days. Even now I can see like my lashes are just going like, they're falling flat. That's not what I want. I don't want flat lashes. Okay, let's hope we can end on a high. So the last thing that I picked up is, I believe, the newest product. I could be wrong, but the newest product I think is a new lipstick from this. So this is their Slip Shine Sheer Shiny lipstick. They've also got their matte ones, which I was tempted to get, but I'm really enjoying really glossy sheer lipsticks right now, and I just feel like they can end up making the rest of your face look really lovely and dewy and glowy. So that's what I went for, and I got it in the shade Make-Out Break. So it's a very kind of neutral, just nudie colour. They have some brighter ones, and yeah, I think if this goes well, I may end up getting more of these, because this is kind of exactly the type of thing that I'm loving right now. Just made my lips look bigger. That is very glossy. That is very kind of shiny and glossy, but it's also very, very pretty. I like that a lot. And what I'm actually going to do is take that off and put a lip liner underneath and reapply at the top, because that's generally how I've been wearing that sort of formula at the moment. So yeah. Okay, so the lip liner I'm going to use is just a Colourpop one. This was from the Zoella collection called Little One, so it's just a nude. Yeah, this is how I love wearing these. I really, really like that. I mean, it's not going to be the longest lasting lipstick because it's a sheer and it's a shiny, so it's going to slip off, but it just generally looks so pretty. And this is very, very similar to the L'Oreal Color Riche ones. There's one of those called Topless, I think it is, that I love, 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 and the formula is very, very similar to those, but that's really, really pretty. I mean, I don't think this lip shade quite goes with the eyes, but yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so this is the finished look. What do we think? There are some products in here that, from first impressions, I am very much in love with, and there are some that I'm a little bit on the fence about. So we will kind of see how this wears throughout the day, I guess, and obviously I'll keep trying some of these products to see like how they do. But first impressions, the primer is a little bit harder to kind of say, and I think I want to test that with different bases like my It Cosmetics CC cream before I give like an actual opinion on it, so I can actually see how it works. The foundation, I really, really like how that's kind of settled on my skin. It's very, very nice. It's very, very lightweight for a foundation, and that gives like really good coverage. The colour match, I'm still very proud of myself with the colour match of this. Can you tell? Can you tell? But I do really, really like that as well. The bronze and the blush completely and utterly surprised me, but so I think these two of like my favourite things from this completely, especially that bronze. I'm going to be wearing that continually. Love it. The powder I'm a little bit more on the fence about, need to kind of try a little bit more, I think, see kind of like the best way to apply it, how I want it to look over the skin. I just feel like it got rid of a lot of the glow that I had from like my base products, which kind of negates from using the cream products in the first place. So I'm not sure about that, but I will keep trying it and see how we do. The eyeshadow palette, really like it. Not exactly what I was expecting, a little bit brighter, but I do really, really love the shades. Probably not like an everyday neutrally look, but it's very, very pretty. I'm going to keep playing around with looks from this. I think it's very cute, and I think I would pick up the neutrals one now, just because I feel like this wouldn't necessarily be one I would take away with me for like on holiday for a week. I'd want more of a neutral one. So yeah, I feel like I would pick up another one or two of these because I do really like that, and the formulas are very, very nice. The mascara, I don't even know where I put the mascara. Oh, here. I mean, very disappointed in this so far. Just made my lashes very, very flat. I don't know if maybe I'm not using it right, but it's also not rocket science to use a mascara, and I don't feel like it should be. So I will keep playing with it. I'll keep trying with it. It might just be one of those formulas that needs to dry out a little bit first before it gets good. There are those kinds of mascaras, which sounds weird, but it's true. So maybe it's one of those, but otherwise it was a gigantic waste of money. And the lip product, very, very nice. There are a couple of other colours that I want, so I may end up picking those up because I really, really like how this feels. It doesn't feel very slippy, it doesn't feel very heavy or really glossy. It feels very kind of like natural on the lips, and it's very, very pretty. I really like this shade. So yeah, we like that too. So mostly it was a success, I would say. Thank God, because that was a lot of money. So yeah, I would mostly say that this was a success. But like I said, I'll keep trying the products, we'll see how they go, and I will keep you guys updated. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Let me know of any other brands that you want to see me try. What I'm also going to do is pop in the description a list of other black owned beauty brands that I want to try myself as well, that I've been made aware of or found and like researched in the last few weeks with everything going on. So if you, like myself, would like to kind of give those a bit of a go, then I'll have those like in the description for you. But yeah, I think that's everything. I hope you enjoyed like a little break from pregnancy content, because I have myself. But yeah, I will see you guys all again very, very soon. Bye.